you've just taken an object. You haven't taken my right. And I'm proving that right now. So, one thing we're going to do, down in Broken Arrow, right now is a Rose Festival going on. It's the largest event that this city has. In fact, they call their downtown area the Rose Festival, the Rose District. We are going to walk down there and walk through their open air event, open carrying such as we are. And Broken Arrow is not going to do anything about it because they will respect our rights there. They don't have any no gun signs. So it's going to be good there. An event promoter cannot stop you from walking down the street. And when they do, they're violating the law. They're violating your rights. So I'm glad everybody that came here showed up to support Richard Hubbard, Picture Perfect, who was arrested right over there by that little pond, pepper ball, for walking around, open carrying a gun larger than a pistol, lawfully doing so. The person that called in and said they thought he was pointing it at people in the park walked over to the fire station and told the fire department, sold those personnel, and they called the police. And then they skedaddled. They were never found again. So there is no witness. They pepperballed Picture Perfect while he was on his knees getting down. So, in fact, they probably got to use some force incident for excessive use of force against him for lawfully carrying.
All the same side as your handgun was on, right?
Yep, exactly.
So that way when you drop your hand, hit me here. So when you drop your hand, you'll be reaching for your gun.
Yep.
Exactly. That ain't the first time that's happened. That's we're going to kick this off? Safety man, I'm OPI.
Yeah, we could.
Give me just a minute. I got to shut up.
Sell candy for a little while longer.
On Mr.
Probably till about noon. Hey guys, we're going to sell candy till about noon, and then that's when we're going to go ahead and check receipts and see who's got the golden receipt.
You can just put it in my trunk right now.
Okay.
No.
Well, we'll see. We'll see.
It's loading back up on that black bus right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to Texas, but with who?
We
Me!
got it on video last night. They never told me to leave, and they arrested me for trespass.
We washed up until the point whenever they said handcuffed, and we all have to go ahead and up there.
Yeah.
We would have probably beat the cops taking you to jail, but we ran 7 blocks the wrong way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they left some 38 sheriff again.
Yeah. 918, we was running
You're live.
about 2.5 blocks. Oh.
OCT women, and we're out here in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, getting ready to get on board with this shindig this morning.
So one thing we are going to do, guys, we're going to walk down to the Rose Festival. It's about a 3-mile walk. If you can't do that, you know, we've got vehicles you can ride in.
My cameraman's
I also am looking at June 6th, D-Day. It's just right around the corner. And we can walk in the honor of the veterans that gave their lives. Memorial Day weekend was last weekend. If you didn't get the opportunity to express freedom on Memorial Day or June 6th, D-Day, this is right in the middle of it. We can also thank the veterans that gave their lives on Memorial Day and D-Day by walking down our public city streets to the Rose Festival. And that's one way we can represent our freedom in America by honoring those who walked before us to secure our freedoms. So, let me ask you this. Who here has served in the military? Raise your hand. We've got 7 or 8 guys here, maybe 9, 10 more. On that first day, you took an oath, right? Who took the first day? Yeah, before the first day, yep. At MEPS. Who took that oath on your last day, rescinding that oath? I don't see any hands. There's folks, that is your well-regulated militia right there. They're the leaders. If we ever have to form our militias to defend ourselves against our government, our ex-military are the ones that can lead that. And they are well-regulated. They understand it. And well-regulated does not mean well-restricted. Well-regulated is knowing how to use your weapon, everybody being on the same page when it comes to what type of ammo you may be using, so that if you run out, your partner has something that you can use. knowing how to use your tourniquets, your equipment, knowing, you know, regulated doesn't mean restricted. And everybody, the anti-gunners will bring up well-regulated, meaning no bump stocks, 10-round magazines, featureless rifles. We have to all have 7 background checks to purchase ammo or a gun. That is not what the well-regulated means in a militia. A militia is a fighting machine.
It doesn't mean well legislated?
That does not mean well legislated. It is in the Second Amendment. That argument has been settled in 1791 with the Second Amendment. All these gun debates have been on December 15, 1791 is when that argument was settled. So I don't care what they want to bring up. It was settled in 1791 as to our right to bear arms. And for everybody who wasn't in the military or in the militia, there's another clause of the Second Amendment. The right of the people, which means everybody else, to carry, bear, and own and possess arms. And that's arms, not guns. And what is arms? Arms is anything that you can use to defend yourself. From a club to an Abrams tank, if you can afford one, and there are people that have tanks in their private possession. Aircraft, any type of weapon.
The word comes from the old, back in the day when everybody had swords, and you would raise your arm, and that was your 2 arms, and that's where the word bear arms comes from, was the old sword days, sword fighting days.
So their right to bear arms shall not be infringed. And what does it mean to infringe upon something? It means to cross that line, to touch it, to in any way, shape, or form to restrict it.
Amen, brother.
So we need everybody in your state legislators to fight to get laws passed at state level like we have with marijuana in many states. We need gun legislation in your state that allows you to carry a suppressor, to buy, purchase, own, or sell a suppressor. Title 18, 922 should basically go away. And we can do that at the state level. And when we get enough states doing this, the federal government cannot go after anybody like they don't with marijuana. And we can do it. We've done it with marijuana in many states. We can do it with our NFA items at the state level. And we need to support and vote in our people in our governments that will support that. And
Amen.
The purpose of the government is to protect our rights. So the police should be able to do their job, yes, but we are protected with our rights, and they cannot infringe upon our rights while they're doing their job. You can stand there and film them all day long. You can carry your gun down the street. The minute you break the law, then you're on the other side of the law, and we have the police to do their duty. Until then, they work for us. So I don't know if there's anybody else who wants to come up and speak, but we've got Picture Perfect here, who was lawfully carrying in this park right here and was arrested. They still have not brought charges, by the way.
And actually, I don't stream it on Open Carry Texas, so I think our audience would like to know, because we talked to him already, News Now OKC, just tell everybody what's happened to you as well, because a lot of people in Texas, you know, I don't know what y'all think about Texas up here as far as our gun rights, but it's not as gun friendly as our reputation would suggest.
Absolutely
and it
not.
sounds like we've got the same problems you guys have, which is why we all wanted to come up here. Some of us drove more than 8 hours to get here because we want to support y'all, because you're going through the same thing. And I think all of us gun owners around the country, if we band together and support each other and have each other's back, we're going to start recognizing that things that happen to Picture Perfect, things that happen to News Now OKC, things that are happening to us in Texas, there's a pattern here. So, and only by coming together can we understand. So, sorry about that. That was just a little preamble for my audience. But so talk to Open Carry Texas about what's going on up here with you.
We appreciate you guys coming up. Thank you for your support. It's awesome. You guys are actually supporting us more than our own community, which is sad. A lot of our own community up here doesn't agree with how Tim and I are exercising our rights, and it's pretty sad. They need to open their eyes, because if it happens to us, it's going to happen to them. And then who's going to be there for them? Nobody.
But you were in this park.
I was in this park, open carrying an AR-15 pistol and an FMS-40 handgun, walking the trail around the park. I was here for about an hour. I was on the tail end of my walk, about to wrap it up, and the police screamed in here and didn't want to listen. I explained I'm licensed, this is all legal, it's a pistol. Didn't care. Told me to get on the ground, shot me 15 times with a pepper ball gun while I was on my knees, and
that's cool.
took me to jail for obstruction initially.
You got in the way of their pepper balls.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
obstructed the free flight of their pepper balls.
Exactly. And they,
All 15 of them.
yeah, all 15 of them. They put me in jail for obstruction, and then the next day they tacked on pointing. They never found the complainant, as far as I know. They claim that somebody told a fireman, and then the fireman told them. So I guess that's enough in Oklahoma. And so they charged me with pointing a firearm, which is a felony, and then kept me in jail as long as they could before they had to transfer me by law. And they sent me to the county jail, which I signed a bond for pointing a firearm, and it was $2,000, and obstruction was $500. And they said, you can bond out when you get to county tonight. I said, okay. So I got to county, and I was about to try and bond out, and they amended the charge to pointing with intent. So I had to stay for the night again and see a judge in the next morning, which it's also like an aggravated felony. So I guess it's a big deal. It's a violent crime. So the judge wasn't very friendly. I had to listen to a lecture from the judge about how exercising my rights the way I did, while legal. He did say while legal.
Did you have to prostrate yourself while he did that? Did he make you get on your hands and knees and bow? And
he might as well have.
Yeah.
I couldn't talk at all. And he, I told him, I said, Judge, we don't have a red flag law. You know, because he said that as a condition of my bail, I had to surrender all my firearms, ammunition, everything to law enforcement. I can't carry imitation guns, cap guns, Pop-Tart guns, anything that resembles a gun, I can't carry or be in possession of, whatever. I told him, I said, we don't have a red flag law, and he yells, this is my courtroom, I'll do whatever the hell I want. If you want to get out of jail, you're going to give up your guns. So
that's funny. I thought the Constitution began with "we the people," not "we the judges."
apparently not in Oklahoma.
Interesting.
So I bonded out of jail, and it was,
Who that is?
I bonded out, like they posted bond at 1 or 1:30 in the afternoon, and I walked out at about quarter to midnight.
God.
They kept me in there another 12 hours before they let me loose, after they already had their money. I've lost about $5,000 on this deal so far. And no charges have been filed.
And it's been a couple months now, right?
Almost 2 months.
Yeah.
No charges. They keep pushing the arraignment back. Right now, the arraignment is scheduled for June 14th. The first one was April 16th, then May 2nd, then May 16th, and now June 14th. They have my phone. They confiscated my phone and my guns. The DA has said that all they need is the video. Broken Arrow wants to image my entire phone, and I'm not agreeing to that. They don't need everything. All that's relevant is the video.
Appreciate the comment.
And even then, all it is video of them shooting me with pepper ball. That's about it. So right now, no charges. They took my handgun licenses, which I have 2 from 2 states, and sent them back to their respective states. They just took them without a warrant and mailed them back. And one of the states suspended it because they said they got an affidavit that said I was under felony indictment, which I haven't been charged, so that's not true. Oklahoma has my Oklahoma license. They have not suspended it, but they will not return it until this is all over. So that's where I'm at right now.
Okay. All right. Well, there you go. And I think a lot of people in Texas can really understand that, because it's not just a thing that's happening. Here we are in these pro-gun states, but yet we've got law enforcement officers who are making up laws, and then you've got judges who are empowering them to do that and costing you money. So, all right. Well, yeah, I just wanted to hear y'all's story, and now Open Carry Texas knows why we're here. So.
There's something else that's really important about the Second Amendment that everybody really needs to understand. The Second Amendment gives every other amendment its teeth.
Exactly.
So if we don't have our Second Amendment,
We
guess
have
what?
none.
They don't have to let you talk. They don't have to sit there and say, oh, we're going to give you due process. We're going to search your stuff, do whatever they want, and you can't do anything about it. So that Second Amendment is the most important one.
And for an example, you can look to the UK.
And yes,
And it's the only one that says shall not be infringed.
And is infringed, and it's the only one in the first 10 that you have to get a license,
That's the
ask
most
somebody
infringed one.
for, and follow all these extra rules
No.
that are asinine and do absolutely nothing except help criminals.
Explain
agree
to
with
them what
that.
the judge did to you for filming me open carry.
Yeah, I was walking around Picture Perfect downtown Tulsa. He's carrying his gun, and I was behind him videoing. I guess I got from this old guy. Anyway, they put me in for constructive possession of a firearm, saying that I was in possession of him and his firearm while I was walking behind him filming. And
What?
charged me for it. And they're charging me for it.
What?
Are you serious?
Yes,
He's on probation for filming in public.
What a crock of
Yeah, they got me for
BS.
constructive possession of a firearm. Today, I'm probably going to catch...
Because you were
qualification
walking
today.
behind someone that had a firearm.
Because I was walking behind someone that had a firearm. Today is a day that Monday will probably be a bad day for me.
Huh.
Because I'm here with all you guys, and
you're in a public park.
I'm in constructive possession of all your guns, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, it's a lot, ain't it?
I'm telling you guys, it's ridiculous here. It's getting bad. It's their way or no way. That's what they think. Got errors on that for sure.
And when we exercise our right to carry a gun larger than a normal pistol, we're exercising rights that have been available to us for over 6 years. Just nobody's done it. And now that we are doing it just before constitutional carry comes into play, permitless carry in the state, we want to kind of get the word out that you can do it and how to do it right, and give people an instructional, and also let the police know that, hey, this is going to happen and you need to be aware of it. You don't need to overreact to it when a person's carrying a gun down the street. Well, they've never seen it, and they're kind of going back to their old Baptist roots up here, that people just don't need guns like that to walk down the street. Yeah. And only the police and military should have guns. Well, if that's the fact, look at history in 1975 in a place called Cambodia. When the U.S. pulled out of that country, the Khmer Rouge took over, walked into their cities, and everybody was cheering, yay, it's all good. They rounded up every person in the cities, and they sent them out to the country to dig in the fields and produce rice. What did they do with that rice? They sold it to China. Well, what did China really trade them for? Ammunition and arms and weaponry. And they were trying to take over southern Vietnam. They were in a proxy war with Vietnam in 1975, 6, and 7, until Vietnam said, we've had enough of this shit. And in 1979, they went into Cambodia, and they pushed the Khmer Rouge all the way into Thailand, by default, freeing the Cambodian people. So they lost their rights to the guns, and that's what happened. The Khmer Rouge just walked in the city, took their guns, and made them walk. Told them, get out of the city, the Americans are going to bomb, and they just put them to work. Millions of people died. And that's something that's not being taught in our schools anymore. That could happen here. Now, everybody says that we're wacko for thinking our government is going to turn against us. Well, it may not today. It's probably not going to happen in most of our lives.
It
did last night. The federal government
It did for me back
but
in December.
What we're worried about is our children's future. As they slowly take our rights away, as we, the older generation, pass on and our kids accept that we shouldn't have these guns, that is when the government is going to strike the American people.
Exactly. If we don't stand up, there's not
We
going
have
to
to
be
hold on to
nothing.
these rights that we do have. Or in a generation, they'll be gone.
Yeah.
And then what happened in Cambodia or Venezuela will happen here with no resistance. They can't do it today.
It's getting there, though.
Somebody made a reference to the United Kingdom and how they took all the guns away. But what most people don't hear is how all the crimes that are being done with knives has increased.
And they're taking the knives away now.
Yep.
Soon it will be forced.
Look at what's going on in Venezuela. And I'll tell you guys, who's heard of the Mulford Act? You guys, 2, 3, 4 people out of 30 people have heard of the Mulford Act. Who knows? I'll tell you what the Mulford Act is. In California in the 1960s, people were exercising their right to carry rifles in public that were loaded to defend themselves against an out-of-control police force in Oakland, California. And it was tolerated because they stayed in Oakland. So they were exercising their right, and it was all blacks. It was all basically black people in their community defending themselves against crime and other forces. When the police went to the legislators to have that removed, they walked onto the state capitol, open carrying their lawfully carried guns in 1965, and scared a lot of the legislators who said, we can't have these blacks walking around with these guns like this. We got to make open carry guns illegal. So it happened in California, and who knows who was the governor that signed that?
I do. It's Ronald Reagan.
Ronald Reagan. Ronald Reagan signed it in, and that was the first domino that fell in California, leading to the debacle we have there today with gun control. The Mulford Act, one of the most racist acts ever passed in our lifetime.
Well, all gun control laws, especially here in the South, if you took part in if a state took part of the Confederacy, all gun control laws during Reconstruction were passed to disarm the newly freed slaves.
Yep.
And in Texas and Louisiana specifically to disarm the newly freed slaves and the Mexicans. So it's all based on racism. The fact that there are laws that require licensing is based on the fact that they wanted the black man and the brown man not to be armed. These were Democrats. These are the same people that don't want black men and brown women and white men or anybody to be armed. But they had to start with the races. They got who they thought was the weak, and they went for everybody else.
I have
gun control is race control. That's all it is.
It is. Mm-hmm. And then they'll control the food. Yep. They'll control everything else. And like I said, this may not happen. It might seem crazy to a lot of you watching on the video that the government would come in and take over our country. Well, it's probably not going to happen today. It's not going to happen in our lifetime, but it is coming down the road. And that's why we have to preserve what liberty and our gun rights we have today. We need to pass that on to our next generation, because it started in the 60s. They tried to take our gun rights away, and it was a big push back then with the crime omnibus in 1968, when they made a lot of things illegal, and in 1986 when they banned automatic weapons. So, you know, one step at a time, and they're doing it in generational steps. It's not going to take too long before we're not going to be able to do what we're doing right now.
Exactly.
So we've got to fight on a state level, and that's what I'm talking about, guys, with your state legislations, your preemptions. Try to get a preemption in your state.
We're good on that. And
Yeah.
we even got an even stricter, we got even more protections this session, which is about the only thing we got. Nothing else got passed, but we did get stronger protections.
We were able to get constitutional carry in Oklahoma,
Yeah.
and it passed
November
what?
1st.
90 to 14.
It passed.
90 to 14 in the
Governor,
Senate.
that's the first bill.
It passed by a landslide, and what I don't understand is it had a trailer bill with it. The trailer
Yeah.
bill is 2010, which prohibits open carry on public trust property, which we can carry on right now. It was not needed. We were told it was a compromise because if they didn't have at least that to appease the big corporations that run some of the public trusts,
Like Gathering Place.
like Gathering Place and the zoo and a few other places, that open carry or constitutional carry wouldn't pass. I don't think that's the case. Constitutional carry passed by such a large margin.
I agree with that.
We would have had
got
to
railroaded.
lost 30 or 40 votes.
We lost our rights on that one.
Yeah,
still
we did.
won.
We sure lost our rights on that
Yeah,
one.
we're promised that we'll get the rights back, but I mean, we
That
should
ain't
be
gonna
able to carry
happen.
at the state fair too.
So I guess in 2 years, y'all just need to go down to Texas and talk to our legislature.
It happens every 2 years for you guys.
Yeah.
We just need to move to Texas.
I wouldn't recommend that until we get our freedoms back.
Exactly.
You're losing freedom to go to Texas.
Your legislature only meets every 2 years?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we have legislatures like House Speaker Dennis Bonnen.
How what happened with constitutional carry down there?
Dennis Bonnen
He killed
created. So they were killing the constitutional carry bill in the committee, And so one of the gun groups went out and started laying out flyers in the speaker's district.
And he wasn't armed or anything.
He no guns or anything, just was out putting flyers indoors. Well, he went to the third, he had gone to 2 legislators already. These were chairmen of important committees. And then he was going into the speaker's district. Well, by that time, someone had already called and said, hey, there's this gun guy going around doing leaflets. And so the speaker decided that he was going to be afraid of a piece of paper and got DPS to go to his house. Well, when Chris went to go put a flyer on the speaker's door, before he got to the house, there were DPS troopers. So instead of going to the house, he went up to the DPS troopers. Well, Bonin claims that he was there intimidating everybody. He was there to intimidate his family. And so he killed constitutional carry based on literally a lie. Said that he had waved his gun around at one of the other representatives' offices. He didn't even have guns on him because he was flying. He was flying to each of these districts, and he doesn't like checking bags. So he didn't even have a gun. So he made up this entire lie. He had already selected a Democrat chairman for the committee that hears all the gun bills.
One of the most
the Democrat chairman was all about, oh, okay, I'll help you kill the bill. And it was dead after that. And it took a while for us to get all the open records requests in. By the time we got all the proof that Bonin had lied, it was too late for the bill. So then we tried to amend it onto other gun bills, but Bonin killed it through administrative means.
One thing we did when we wrote the law for constitutional carry, we tried to give law enforcement something. What was it that we did with the handgun? They could carry, what is it? They can carry their personal gun on duty, or what was it? They can use their personal rifles on duty, I think.
Yeah.
We gave them that. They could use their personal rifles on duty. We gave them that to help get law enforcement on board. And, I might not be correct about that, but it is something like that. We gave them something that helps get law enforcement on board, which helps get it passed.
Yeah, we don't care about getting law enforcement on board. Maybe that's our problem. But
our law enforcement came out way better than Second Amendment people did.
Everybody should do what they think
Our law
works.
enforcement here doesn't give a damn about our gun rights. In fact, they don't want us
There's
carrying
very few.
guns.
Oh, ours
as
fight
evidenced
against
by
it.
last night.
Yeah.
They don't give a damn about any of our rights.
And if you've got a legislator, when you walk in and you talk to them about a law, gun laws, and that legislator says, well, I need to check with my law enforcement in my district first, they're not on your side. They should not be asking law enforcement what they think about laws for the citizens.
Yeah.
Now, if a law enforcement agency approaches him and says, we might need this law, that's one thing. But the legislator going to law enforcement and getting their stamp of approval before they vote on it, they're bought and paid by law enforcement there.
Oh, yeah.
Law enforcement, if they want to have a say in our gun laws, they can go to the voting booth like you and I.
Yeah, exactly.
And I heard them say that up there. Well, I need to talk to law enforcement about this in my
Oh, we hear that all the time. Well, what does law enforcement think of this? I don't give a damn what law enforcement thinks about this.
That's why we have rights.
Their job is to enforce the law, not write it.
Yep. We need to write laws that law enforcement will obey.
We're going to start the march in a minute.
Okay.
So we can get ready and head downtown.
Recording y'all whenever y'all are. I'm
Sure,
on your
I
schedule.
got people asking what we're doing.
Who's gonna ride over there?
What before we do all that, can we get just a big
Briscoe
group picture in front of the big flag, and then we'll probably just put that away.
Yeah.
Go on.
Okiata's going to do a quick.
That way we don't have to carry that big giant thing around.
Hey, come on. Where's David? You know what?
Hey, as far as Oklahoma, I think they were saying.
Oh yeah, we can just deploy it over there.
We can set it up here and take pictures. My car,
Rick volunteers to carry it.
Yeah, I'll carry it.
That's
I almost wonder.
You got a license? You got pistols? You can carry one in the pipe.
Big ass flag.
Well, I'll be carrying the big ass.
November 1st to do anything.
Oh, all right.
Right now,
he's talking about that big ass.
You got to see
I don't know
my.
if I have anything that I can tie it down.
Okay.
Oh, the big flag. Okay. Oh, that'd be perfect.
We don't have any Houston type regulations here either.
Yeah, well, we do, but we don't. We just ignore them anyway.
Yeah.
We've got an attorney ready to. The problem is, ever since we got an attorney that's willing to fight that case,
Right now,
they don't
like
take us
the
anymore.
coverage is great. Feel free to tune back in, watch my streams, pay attention, and I appreciate everything.
Oh, there they go. There goes that big, beautiful thing.
Wow. Look at that damn thing.
Watch that wind.
I absolutely love that flag. Let me get it
Who
back so y'all can get it.
who made that thing?
David Tribes, right? In the blue. Where'd he go? There, in the red shirt right there on the right with the boonie cap.
That's awesome.
Oh, we might have to go on the other side, right? Oh, there we go. Turn right there.
That may be a violation.
Careful, you guys don't fly away.
Woohoo! Woo!
Fly away now.
Yeah, it's supposed to be the wind against the pole. That makes it
There we go.
Just don't touch us.
Oh man, I know you guys want to be all professional and stuff, but it should add to the bottom part.
Yeah. No, I don't. Open Carry, Texas, we're professional to a degree.
Oh yeah, I know.
We're not politically correct.
Hey,
in any
haven't
way,
you
shape, or
heard?
form.
We're a bunch of cavemen and cavewomen.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh
That's
yeah,
right.
yeah, I saw that last night.
Yeah.
All right, that's awesome.
Well, let's get everybody in front of it.
Yeah, they want to pitch
If you want to leave me a camera or something, I can take pictures.
Oh.
I'm gonna. What's that? Oh, I guess you can do that too. I was just gonna put this down.
Hey, will you send me some of those pictures you take?
Yeah.
CJ?
What's that? Yeah.
Send me some.
Yep.
Don't touch it.
Oh.
Yeah, pardon me, please.
Oh, whatever. Here, put this rope behind us. I can see that real good.
Who's watching the candy?
Who's watching the tickets?
They're watched.
Is there armed security for that candy?
Donald Trump is my president. I'm proud of him.
Come on, Brenton.
Come on, Mr. B.
For a second. All right, here we go. All right, 1, 2. Trace. Watch row.
Hey, you missed one.
You want to get in on this, CJ?
Like, can we do a goofy one? Like they usually do a serious and then a goofy.
Yeah.
Kind of fun.
Rick's already making a face.
I mean, like, seriously.
Streaming live. My very first live stream.
See, so.
My very first live stream.
Oh, well, congratulations.
I can pretty much stand anywhere. I won't be blocking anybody.
Make sure I'm not blocking you there.
Oh, you're good.
Look at this guy. I do.
Pushing off the field. You want to do that? You go right on downtown to the festival.
We'll be there in a little bit. Then you can cop all the fuels you want.
Oh, are you guys going to go down to the Gestapo Festival?
Yeah.
I want to go.
We're gonna walk through the gathering.
Oh, is that in Tulsa?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's right down the road. It's not, what, 8 miles?
No, it's
Probably like 15.
Good to go. So which truck are we going to put this in?
Mine, the red truck right there.
Okay. We're just going to put this in that red truck behind y'all.
Hey, baby, I see you watching. Mr. Paul Shane. I guess you're still in there. Hey, Andy. Hey, Gary. And I'm whoever else. Can't really see. Grim. What does that say?
Whose phone do I have?
Maybe one of yours that you lost count on if you got so many.
Phone check.
Anybody missing a phone? We have a phone.
Yours?
Hey, I'll keep it.
Hey, Andy. Yeah. Gary, we are in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma.
Oh, my fingerprint's not
Not your phone.
Who's missing a phone?
Come on.
Oh, are they getting ready to do that drawing?
For a picture. Oh, there you go. Okay.
Right, it up
I
so you
couldn't
can see
remember who
it.
gave it to me.
Right? Yeah.
All right. What's the plan here? What do we
All
got?
right. Let's walk it out. It ain't getting any
I'm
cooler.
gonna carry the big flag.
Yeah.
This one.
All right, so
Dang,
Where
dude.
you going?
You gonna pay for that? Yeah, man. Just calm down. Just calm down a
Don't
little
let me
bit.
make them hold me back.
Right? Apparently, you can't take me. I'm in constructive possession of you and a gun. You can't do nothing to me. Now all of us. Yeah, now all of you guys.
So what I'm wanting to do is, like, I was nowhere near this playground.
Well, that's what they told me. They charged me. They're putting it on me.
You know, a fuss about it. I'm thinking maybe.
They come Monday. I guarantee.
Hey,
I'll have
Kirby. Yeah, go right on ahead.
By the playground and up
You all send it on in there, Andy.
OCW. All right, PB, say hi to OCW.
OCW.
Oklahoma Community Watch.
Who's that?
Oh! Unsubscribe from his channel. Unsubscribe.
Just kidding. What's up, Oklahoma Community Watch?
There's a couple of handfuls.
All right,
here.
for those that don't know, that might have just came in, we're up here in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. This is OCT Women, and we're up here with OCT Texas. And we are here standing with Mr. Rick Hubbard over there. And if you didn't catch it earlier, he was wrongfully arrested, and they just really jerking him around almost like a CJ type deal. So that's where we're at. Up here in Oklahoma.
Being a Star Wars, it just screams.
Hey Kirby, I guess we're gonna walk somewhere. I'm not really sure. Hey, what's the route we're taking? Do y'all know?
No.
What route are we taking? Kirby says that he might swing by in a little bit.
We are, we're going to be in the park, I know that much. First we're going to be in the park, we're going to do a short route, I guess what Richard Hubbard was walking. And so he's going to lead us on that through the park. And then after that, we'll basically go in a circle, come here. And then those people that want to walk the 3 miles to the festival can do that. And then anybody that doesn't want to walk, will do the transportation. So.
Gotcha. Did you catch that, Kirby?
I make a motion that I change over to shorts.
What's the plan?
Ooh, could we get that on video? I met this lady over here. Hey, ma'am. Ma'am. Hello.
Lindy.
Hello. Hi, I'm Terry. I'm with Open Carry Texas Women. I run our women's page. I just wanted to meet you and say hi.
My name is Lindy. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
SCK Audits. I guess that's what our handle.
Well, look us up on there.
What did you say?
OCT Women, Texas.
Are you with the other fella?
Yep. Open Carry Texas.
All right.
Yep.
Okay. Well, nice to meet you.
You too. Nice to meet another arms carrying lady, smart lady. We need more in Texas out doing this. Come on, ladies.
Women are scared. Women are pansies. You know, I'm gonna tell you something. I really don't like women. I'm not a big fan of them.
Yeah.
And people are like, "What?" But I mean, really, women aren't.
Yeah, and sometimes they'll stab you in the back.
Oh my God. I never really had many women friends. I might consider you one.
You know what?
And that cat down there.
Same
I love
thing here.
her.
Same thing
Because
here.
you just don't find them. They're
No, you don't. No.
Can't really trust anybody, but especially a woman. And look at me. You know? I do not like this little spot.
And the trail walk goes around behind that and around and back up over here.
So are you here from?
I'm
You
here.
from Broken Arrow here?
I am from Southeast Kansas.
Southeast
Southeast
Kansas.
Audits, or Southeast Audits. SEK Audits is my name on Facebook or YouTube. I'm with that cat and that yellow hat there. It's like got me into all this.
You know what? I think I might have seen some of your videos.
Yeah, I got that one in the slammer.
around.
I'm in court right now because of all this crazy stuff.
I don't buy candy. I'm stupid candy. I'm a thief.
Ooh.
You know what happens to those thieves.
You're just gonna catch all kinds of stuff come Monday,
Oh
aren't
man,
you?
I'm telling you what. They're trying to hang me anyway. I'm out on a $50,000 bond for a misdemeanor case.
I went around all that.
Did you get your liar?
But we'll stay on the inside
Huh?
right here.
Did you get me a good liar?
I got one now.
Right
Eric, where's my flag at, buddy? I got my mouth full.
All right,
Eric, where's
Kirby.
my
I
flag,
see
man? I
your
could be carrying my flag.
see your message. Well, come on. We ain't left yet.
My happy fucking coffee day flag.
that walk first and then the door, you want to do it early and then just do it all at once.
Y'all want to lick?
Okay. All right.
Did you get your sign done? Yeah, Aaron's fine job on that sign.
Is that your kid?
Oh no, no. Just a fellow Second Amendment patriot.
Hanging out at these things for nearly a year now.
Yeah,
Man, me too. But
he's a kid.
we're just beginners.
The law of
How old are
that,
you?
if you get caught with something, you have to be seen by someone.
As of 2 weeks ago.
You are getting on the CUD. You'll be a sex offender then we go to
What is that? Oh, it's a water thing.
Oh, you know what?
I like those boots. Your boots.
Oh, mine? Oh, thank you. Hold on.
Really? It's one of those deals you pull up your wallet. It's a carry-on, right? I want one of those like camping backpack things. So you carry all kinds of stuff on that.
Oh, no shit, right? We were in the,
Shit, right?
oh, I was,
Yeah, it's supposed to help out with running.
I see some more popping in here. If you're popping in late, there's OCT women, and we're up here with OCT with CJ and Mr. Briscoe and some others, and we're up here in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. I'm sure y'all may have heard the story about Rick Hubbard, about what happened to him up here, and we're just up here supporting him, exercising some Second Amendment and some First Amendment, and enjoying the day.
yeah. My question is, how the hell did they know?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, how the hell did they know? You guys been talking?
I worked with What's great about having a micro penis is you can piss and hold your gun at the same time.
Oh, I'm missing some conversation over here.
OCT women wanted that
What's their excuse?
Hey,
I don't know.
there ain't nothing us women ain't heard already, so
Well, I'm just trying to figure out where all the OCT women are keeping their micro penises.
I haven't a
You're
clue.
carrying that compensator there.
I haven't a clue.
These guys keep them there.
Who's leading this off?
All right, let's go. I'll lead it.
It's in a magical mystery place.
It's like that old song by, there's a band called King Missile. They had a song back in the 90s called Detachable Penis.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I've got to find
And he
that.
talks about how he went to a party and got drunk and he lost his penis. And he's running around trying to find it. He's trying to retrace his steps. And he finds it on a blanket. Someone's got it at a garage sale. And he's trying to buy his penis back. Oh, are you good with carrying that? Sure. It'll collapse too if you want it to be just pushed down on it.
It's kind of collapsing
Yeah.
on its own.
You got to send me a link to that song so I can check that out.
What's that?
You got to send me a link or something to that song so I can check that out. Magical what?
It's detachable.
Oh, detachable.
Detachable Penis is the name of the song. The band is King Missile. I used to be a DJ after high school, and DJ'd an alternative club and played alternative music. It wasn't an alternative style club; it was alternative music club. Alright guys, we're doing a quick walk here through the park, which is where Rick Hubbard was accosted by the police and was
And
shot
we're
5
taking a walk
times
through the park out
with
here.
a pepper ball. I'm sorry, 15 times. Shot 15 times with pepper ball.
Where Mr. Hubbard
Right now.
was accosted. It's a pretty park.
Oh, I didn't bring. Well, I guess I don't need to bring OCT flyers. I don't think people in Oklahoma care about our laws. So I brought
No,
a box
they got
of
good
them.
laws.
I don't know why. Well, come November 1st, they'll have good laws.
Well, yeah.
Come November 1st, they'll be significantly better than Texas.
Significantly
Yeah.
better than Texas. I mean, Oklahoma got open carry first. Oklahoma got constitutional carry first. What did Texas get first? We got the Alamo. Suck it, Oklahoma.
We're not even gonna have that much longer.
Wait a minute. We lost the Alamo, didn't we?
Well, yeah, we're gonna, and we're not
Oh,
gonna,
we ain't lost
we're
it
not
yet.
gonna have it much longer right now.
We ain't lost it yet. Don't you start talking like that.
How y'all doing?
Doing great, young man. How are you doing?
Excellent.
There's some more of our people coming up back that way.
I was here for 2 hours waiting on him to show up. He told me the wrong
You know, it's weird to come back here as an outsider.
Is
Little snowflake to ruin everybody.
well, I know that you're an outsider.
Yeah, functionally, I'm Texan.
There you go.
As a born here, I was raised there.
Well, I love Texas. I wouldn't be anywhere else, but I'm ashamed of Texas right now,
Texas is frustrating.
especially after this session.
To be fair, I suppose, the only one that we really need to be angry or frustrated with is Dennis Bond.
Well, and ourselves, because we let it get to this point. You know what I mean? We let them have all that power.
That's all right. One of the things I always do when the cops call, for example, I was in Gainesville, I do AR-15 bike rides everywhere in Texas. I put my AR-15 on my back and I go for a 20 miles per hour. And I do this in towns around Texas. And I was in Gainesville, and
Should have took this strap up.
13 cops decided to show up. I was a rifle. Yeah, full rifle. Well, the lady, so they came there and they said that, well, we got a call that you were at a school. And what I always do is I always put it right back on. I'm like, okay, I want to know right now, because that is blatantly false. You can look at my video. I keep a GPS tracker on my bike. And I also film my entire bike ride. That so when this is all over, you realize that this call is fake. I can expect that you're going to file charges for a false police report, right? Well, then it changed to, well, no, the call was that you were near a school, and then it was, well, the call was you were going towards the school. Well, hell, no matter where I'm at, I'm going towards the school somewhere. Is there a number based on? See, that looks like a C-140. Oh, okay.
They took a can of black spray paint, sprayed it. Somebody had to go out there, right?
I said 140. It's been a long time. I'm an Army guy. I know what a tank looks like. No, all I know is it's in the air and it's flying.
That's pretty cool. I don't know if y'all can see it up there or not.
So let's let everybody know if they're not going to walk. So let's find out how many, because we can take my 15 pack if we need to, depending on how many you want. Who's not going to be doing the 3-mile walk?
I don't think we're going to. I'm probably going to ride with the pickup truck with the flag.
Okay.
I'm planning to take a ride as well.
Well, I guess we don't need to take the 15 pack then.
What did you say?
I have an extra feed running, so
Is there a place that you hurt really bad? You went all the way drive over? And then
It is downtown. There's plenty of parking.
Or is there getting hurt?
Control that because it knows the area. Because then we don't have to split up.
yeah, actually there is a parking lot we can go to.
Okay. Let's do like a convoy down there. Okay.
Convoy.
Is this a female? Please say yes. Is this a female?
I don't know. I guess you would.
Yeah, right. What do you identify as, ma'am?
Have you not seen my picture?
All right. Hey, guys, what we're gonna do? We're gonna cut off the live stream here. Yep. All right.
All right, guys, we're gonna regroup and we're gonna go on down to the Rose Festival,
We're gonna cut it down to.
and I guess we're gonna go for a walk down there. So I'm gonna cut the stream, and I'll come back when we get situated back up. And again, this is OCT Women, and we're out here in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, and we're standing in support and solidarity for Mr. Rick Hubbard right there, who got really jerked around with his arrest and that. But anyway, OCT Women, I'm gonna sign off right now. We'll be back in a bit. Stay safe. Carry on.